All right, let's talk about React Hook Form. You know that feeling, right? Your app is slick, it's fast, until you hit a complex form, and everything just slows to a crawl. Well, with React Hook Form, that pain is pretty much about to become a thing of the past. So, does this sound familiar to you? Your forms start to feel, well, sluggish. Every keystroke seems to make the whole app stutter, and before you know it, you're drowning in a sea of use state hooks and just this tangled mess of validation logic. Yeah, if that hits home, you are definitely not alone. The traditional way we build forms involves giving every single input its own piece of state. But what this does is force your component to re-render with every single keystroke. And that's exactly where that sluggish, frustrating feeling comes from. Okay, so here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll nail down the problem. Then we'll get into the brilliant philosophy behind React Hook Form. We'll look at its core tools, see how to supercharge your forms, compare it to the competition, and then wrap up with how you can master modern form handling. All right, let's kick things off by really digging into the problem. The standard approach, using what are called controlled components, where React state is the ultimate source of truth for an input's value, is, honestly, just not very efficient for forms, and it leads straight to those performance issues. So what's so cool about React Hook Form is how it solves this. It's not just a library with a few helpful functions, it's a whole new way of thinking. It's this fundamental shift away from controlled components and back to letting the browser do what it does best with uncontrolled components. And this slide just lays it out perfectly. Think about it like this. The old, controlled way is like having a manager watch your every move. You type a letter, React State has to know about it, and the whole component re-renders. It's a ton of overhead. But React Hook Form flips the script. It lets the browser's input element manage its own value. It then uses a ref, which is basically a direct line to that element, to read the value only when it really needs to, like when you hit submit. And the result? It's a game changer. Almost no unnecessary re-renders, and your code becomes so much cleaner. Okay, so that's the big idea. But how does this clever philosophy actually look in your code? Well, you're gonna love this. It's ridiculously simple to get started. Seriously, it all comes down to 3 basic steps. 1, you call the useForm hook. 2, use the register method it gives you to link up your inputs. And 3, you wrap your own submission function with handle submit. That's it. I mean, just look at this code. Where's the use state? Where are all the on-chain handlers? They're gone. You literally just spread the register function onto your input, and bam. React Hook Form handles all the magic behind the scenes. It's pure, declarative, and super efficient. All right, so simple forms are great, but let's be real, in the real world, we need complex validation. We need to work with fancy UI libraries. So how does React Hook Form handle that? Well, this is where it really starts to shine. Check this out. Validation is built right in. You can just pass an object to the register function. So right here, we're saying this email is required, and we're also checking it against a pattern. That's just a fancy way to check if the text looks like a real email address. And we even get to add our own custom error messages. So simple. Now for bigger, more complex forms, putting all that validation logic right in your JSX can get messy, right? That's where schema-based validation comes in. And it's a super powerful pattern that lets you define all your forms rules in one central place. So here's what that looks like with a library like Yup. You define your whole form shape in one clean object. Email has to be a string and an email. Password needs to be at least 6 characters. Then you just pass it to useForm using something called a resolver. Think of it as a translator that lets React Hook Form and Yup speak the same language. It keeps your components clean and your validation logic super easy to manage. But what about those component libraries we all love, like Material UI or Ant Design? A lot of them are built to be controlled components. Does that break everything? Nope, not at all. For that, you have the controller component. It's like a special adapter that lets React Hook Form work perfectly with these third-party inputs. It just works. Okay, so this all sounds great, but the big question is, how does it really stack up against the old guards? You know, libraries like Formic or the now pretty much legacy Redux form. And look, this isn't just about what feels nice to write. There are real, measurable differences here. Let's actually look at the data. Wow, okay. This table really tells the story, doesn't it? 5 stars for performance, that's because of the minimal re-renders we've been talking about. Then you look at boilerplate, way less code to write. And for enterprise use, top marks. It's just a clear winner across the board. And here it is visually. That performance gap is huge. You have to remember, for your users, performance is the experience. A fast, snappy form feels professional. A slow one, well, it's just frustrating. And that 5-star rating for React Hook Form, that all comes back to that brilliant, uncontrolled component philosophy. All right, so we've seen why React Hook Form is pretty much the king of the hill right now. So let's wrap up by talking about how to use it like a pro and build some truly rock-solid forms. To really get the most out of it, keep these pro tips in your back pocket. Always set default values. It prevents some weird bugs. Use the set error function to handle errors that come back from your server. And just be careful with the watch function. It's great, but if you overuse it on a really heavy component, you might accidentally bring back those performance problems you're trying to solve in the first place. You know, at the end of the day, learning React Hook Form isn't just about learning another library. It's about fundamentally mastering a core part of professional React development. When you get this right, you're building forms the way modern, high-performance apps demand. So now you have the power to build forms that are faster, cleaner, and way easier to maintain. You've removed all that old frustration. The only question left is, what are you going to build next?